What's going on, everybody? This is Brandon with Strict Vision Athletics here with our product of the week. This monstrosity is the Flip Sled, one of the coolest, most grandiose pieces of equipment that I think we've ever had here at Strict Vision. It is outstanding, and it really is a true marvel of modern innovation in exercise equipment. I haven't ever seen anything that does what this can do. This guy can act in a number of different ways. You can do lineman carries, you can do tire flips, you can do traditional sled exercises like a VMO walk or just a drive of any kind. You can do team exercises. You can do, oh my goodness, so many different things on this. And of course, it also weighs a significant amount, so you can attach bands to it. You can hook up battle ropes. You can do a lot of different unconventional stuff with the Flip Sled. This thing is outstanding. Now, with regards to the categories that we always go off of when we do reviews, we do price, usage, footprint, and customer service. So I'll start with price. This bad boy is not cheap. This is a very expensive piece of equipment. Depending on the size that you go with, they have, I believe, three different sizes on their website, and I'll attach the link at the bottom of this YouTube video. You will pay anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 depending on what it is you want. Now, we have the biggest and custom decal piece of equipment, so ours is on the high end of the pricing spectrum of what you will pay when you get this. Now, that's pricing, and it's high, and the pricing itself is probably, that's the toughest part of this entire purchase. I mean, justifying that kind of a purchase for a home, really for any gym that's other than a professional environment. If you're doing this for yourself, this may be an impractical buy, but I will say the usage is outstanding. It's an amazing piece of equipment. I really can't say that enough. For the pricing, I would say 6 is fair because yes, it's expensive, but it does so much. It does so much, and it does things that nothing else can do. I have never been able to find a piece of equipment this compact that could do lineman drives. That's a perfect example. I love it. I think it's so cool. It is a 6 though. That would be its score for the pricing. For the usage, that's where we get a lot higher because I think, as I mentioned, this does a wide variety of different things that only it could do. I would score that an 8. An 8 for usage is a very, very good score. That's one of the highest ones we've given. I think this is just a really, really cool piece of equipment, and it does a lot of stuff. Footprint, it's going to score low. This thing is huge. In addition to being so overly expensive, it is also just so big. So finding a spot, even if you've got it tilted up like this, that it can go in your gym is oftentimes difficult. I'd give it a 4. The footprint is enormous. It's so big and it is so heavy, especially if you go with the bigger one like this. I would say 2/3 of my clients can't even move it without assistance. So what I end up doing is I end up moving it, put it in place, and then they'll actually do the exercise, and then I'll have to put it away because it is just so heavy. It's that big. So, yep, 4 for the footprint. That's going to be its lowest category. Customer service. These guys are great. They worked with me. They wanted to get this out to us. It shipped quickly. It was well packaged. We didn't get to do an unboxing for this because I think my brother was on vacation at the time. I'm kidding. I'm not throwing you under the bus. It was my fault. I forgot to record it. But we didn't get an unboxing, but it was very well shipped. Very well contained. It had foam cutouts for all the different pieces. The assembly itself did take some doing. Now, we don't really have a category for assembly, but I would definitely caution everybody and say that if you do buy this, you're going to have to carve out some time to put it together. Now, granted, I put it together by myself, so that could have played into the number of, minutes that it took me to do it. But if you are by yourself, you can count on, I would say, at least an hour and a half, maybe 2.5 hours to really put this thing together properly and make it safe. That being said, guys, it's awesome. I love this piece of equipment so much. With all of that in mind, I would say the customer service gets a 6. Again, the way we do customer service is if something breaks or doesn't come shipped properly or is broken on arrival and they won't fix it and anything, then they'll get below a 5. If everything goes great and they're a little bit above that, a 6. So a 6 is a very fair score. That brings the average score for this to a 6. And for being, again, the thing that just kind of crushes this score is the size of this beast. But if you are somebody who's purchasing this, you will understand that the usage far outweighs the weight and the overall size of it. And of course, you will have planned out a certain spot for it to go in your gym. Make sure all of that is kept in mind if you make this purchase. It's an outstanding piece of equipment. Thank you so much to Flip Sled for sending it out to us. We are happy to have it as part of our gym.